Hey DJ. Hey Chris. Hi. Hey Booja. That was a power surge. Okay. Everybody thumbs up. Okay. And what time is it? 10. 10 till. You ready to hit record? Hold on. Do I have to put this on speaker? I do? Okay. It's on speaker. Three, two, one, go.
The recording has started.
Greetings, family.
Unmute yourself.
Oh, I have to unmute myself. Now I can say it again. Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB2Bs. It is the 21st.
20th.
It's the 20th?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It is the 20th of July, 2022. It's good to be with you. And what we have tonight for you is information about our study. Everything I say tonight is all in my opinion concerning our study. Okay? And what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to start. I'm going to start. Everybody likes to come after the commercial. Everybody likes to come after we're all done and get the dessert. Not even say thank you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you for about 10 minutes. Then we're going to bring in Larry and his friend. I think it's Scott. I think it's Scott, who are going to talk to you about Novatech. And I would ask them questions. I would ask them questions. Now, what I want you to do, you are a member of KTFalways.com. And before we do anything, oh Heavenly Father, I pray for our conference call tonight that the Holy Spirit would cover us, put a dome of protection over us from any evil. Thank you, Father, for your Son Jesus that died for us on the cross. And in his name I pray to you by the Holy Spirit. Amen. 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 We are KTFalways.com. It stands for Keep the Faith in Our Heavenly Father. And I know you're a member of KTFalways.com. Let me know when it's like 3 minutes till 7, babe, okay? And I know you're a member, so get on in there. Come on, get in there, get in there. All right, good. And I want you to go to the final article thread. Good, 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 good. You're in there. That's good. And this time I'm not going to show you the article. Yeah, you're in there. You're a member of KTFalways.com, right? You're not. Well, you should be. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this article to you because it is immaculate. Is that a proper word to use in this? It is stupendous. In fact, allow me to tell you that when I called Walking Stick and I said, "Sir, I got to read this to you." He says, "Okay." You see, he can't read. His vision is really bad. So I help him. And when I saw this that Claire sent to me, I called him and I said, "Sir, you got to hear this." And his comment was, "Frank, that article is golden." And I said, "Oh man, I already got my colors for tonight. If I would have known, I would have worn my gold suit for tonight." But I need for you to listen carefully, family. This is in our final article thread. You can find it in there. It's the last one on the last page we just put up. We've been protecting it. The other gurus will get it now. Check this out. And I'm glad. I'm glad they'll get it. Everyone should understand that Walking Stick said this article is golden. Now check this out. Let me see how much time I've got. Okay, that's good. Online platform, July the 20th, 2022. Online platform. Okay, so it's something that's going to be online for the whole world. Not just for Iraqi citizens, but for the whole world, the international, everybody, huh? Okay. So online platform. And then it's got today's date. So they did something today with an online platform. Who did? Oh, the Central Bank of Iraq. The only, Kazemi and the Central Bank, that's all we pay attention to, right? Of course. Everything is in my opinion except for this because it comes from the CBI. So, online platform, July the 20th, 2022, proceeding from the role of the Central Bank of Iraq. Okay, so it's proceeding. It's something that they did. It's coming out. What do you guys do in developing the work of exchange and mediation companies? You were working with exchange companies? You were working with mediation companies? In what? In the sale and the purchase of all foreign currencies and supporting it with the technical infrastructure that allows them to ensure the integrity of their operation and document them in a way that ensures reference to them with the required speed and accuracy. Now let me stop right there. What in the world are you talking about, CBI? And walking sticks interpret. Thank you, Doris. God bless you. Thank you, Doris. Thank you very much. Anybody that wishes to help us with any type of donation, I appreciate you. I thank you kindly. And you can find the donation down at the bottom of the chat. Thank you kindly. Well, what I just read to you was impressive because it comes from the CBI. And if you notice, they're telling you, we did something. What did you do? We did something with the money exchangers. You mean the ones at the border? Yeah. We did something with, the people that deal with the money, like banks or kiosks, at the airports. So, yeah, we did something with them. Wow. And Walking Stick said what they did, Frank, is they stopped profiteering. Do you remember that word from Monday's UB2B? Yeah, of course you do. You're a good student. And you wrote that word down probably. Frank, this article is showing you how the CBI is stopping profiteering. What we talked about on our Monday UB2B. To stop Maliki and his party and his Iranian friends from stealing the IQD out of Iraq, from the government and from the Central Bank of Iraq. This is not only for the Iranian politicians inside of Iraq, but it's also for the citizens of Iraq inside of Iraq as part of their education. And if you notice, they said that we did this mediation on an international level. And we have the infrastructure that allows us to have the integrity of this operation and the documents in a way to ensure reference to them with the required speed and accuracy. In other words, we're going to make sure we know where every dinar is. We made sure that the money exchangers at the borders, who are usually owned by Iranian politicians, do not steal from us ever again. We set up a platform where we're going to be able to monitor this tremendously, the integrity of their operations, and to document them. Who? The money exchangers. To document them in a way that ensures reference to them with the required speed and accuracy. This bank, the CBI, this bank will adopt a special platform for the activities practiced by their companies. It's already established. We will watch, will be reference to them. This bank will adopt a special platform for the activity practiced by their companies, and it will facilitate a lot of the restrictive procedures for the activity of their company. You can't do that. Well, that's what we've always done. No more? But this is how we've been stealing money. No! You follow our restricted procedures for the activities of money exchanging from now on of their companies. Note that they will not be notified of the special requirements to work on this platform with specific times that will be notified later. Well, I would say that that's probably when they sit their government. Yeah. So, what time is it, Tink?
7.
It is 7. It is time to start. So, I wanted to come in early, family, and talk to you and give you this report from the Central Bank of Iraq. This is huge. And like what Walking Stick just said to you, this article is golden. Now, when we are done, mute my side, Tink. Now, when we are done with our infomercial that we are about to start here at 7 o'clock, we're going to continue with our information from Walking Stick. Until then, we are now ready. Larry, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Ah, there
Right
you are.
here.
Hi, buddy. Yeah, that's good volume. The floor is yours until you guys
Scott's
are
here.
done. When you're done, let me know, and we'll see if we can open it up to questions and answers, and then close it up. So the floor is yours, brother. Go right ahead.
All right. First, I'm going to give you Scott Whitney's going to give you the insight on the Novatech, on how it works, daily operations, and he's very good at speaking. So when he's done, I'll put in a few words, but I want him to give the presentation Novatech just because he does one heck of a good job.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Scott. It's all yours.
All right, Larry. Listen, I appreciate that, and Frank, I definitely appreciate the opportunity to be on here and to speak to the family from my heart and be able to share what Novatech has to offer for all. So, thank you all very much for jumping on this call. My name is Scott Whitney. I'm coming to you from Hagerstown, Maryland, and I've been a member of Novatech since January of this year. I've been in the networking space for 13 years. I've been in traditional business my entire life. I would most of the time tell people that I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not employable at all. And it's just because I love what the entrepreneurial side of life brings to all of us. And when you can pair that up with an opportunity that truly is meant for the masses, then you have a company called Novatech where we let your money work harder than you do. This is truly investing for the 21st century. All earnings disclaimers, we have to do this at the front of everything, that, past performance is not predictive of future results. Do your own due diligence to your heart's content to make sure that you have the information you need to have. But suffice it to say that the leadership that's on this call, the people that have been around for a while, have done their research and they've looked into Novatech to the point where they are comfortable and they understand this is something that we need to share with everybody out there so that they have the opportunities that are available to most. Like, these are opportunities that I remember back in the 80s and 90s hearing of hedge funds that brokers and friends of mine that were very, very wealthy had access to, but us poor folk didn't have access to them. We didn't have the 150, 200, 300, 400,000, sometimes $1 million to buy into these specialized hedge funds, which is where the real money is made. So fast forward through decades, on the historical investment side, you have 401ks, IRAs, annuities, the stock market, whole life insurance policies. To me, these are antiquated methods to produce an adequate retirement in today's day and age. Times have changed. Those were great back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe even the 80s for folks that retired in the 90s and the 2000s. But the people that are retiring today, they need to be fully vested in something else that is for today's environment, and that is cryptocurrency, in my opinion. Novatech was established in June of 2019 as a legally registered hedge fund here in the United States. They trade in the crypto markets in North America and the crypto and Forex markets on a global scale. They are a registered broker on the MetaTrader 5 platform, which means that if you're a trader and you know how to trade, all you need to do is simply download the MT5 or MetaTrader 5 app on your phone or your laptop or computer, choose Novatech as your broker, and you're off to the races. But most people are here for what we call our PAM account. And what the PAM account is a percentage allocation management module. This allows people to put in as little as $99 and take part in this hedge fund. We have over $600 million in combined liquidity pool assets in the company. We trade about 20 to 30% at any given point in time, which means the entire fund is never fully at risk, which for me was a huge, huge deal. I've been in cryptocurrency since 2016. I learned how to trade on my own. I did very well in 2017, or so I thought. 2018 came around and everything shifted, and it didn't matter who you were. Everybody lost money in the crypto space in 2018 in some way, shape, or form. I learned a lot during that year. The biggest thing I learned is I don't like stressing out over the markets that are open 24/7. What I prefer, and I've been looking for and didn't find until January of this year, is a legitimate opportunity where I can put parts of my crypto into a fund where professional traders that have over 40 years combined experience are trading on my behalf, and I just simply get a return every week, and I can lay my head down and I can sleep and rest well at night. People used to say I slept like a baby. Folks, I tell you, I have a 14-week-old son right now, and there is no chance in God's green earth that boy sleeps through the entire night. If you sleep like a baby, it means you're not sleeping very well at all. But with this allows me to be able to sleep through the night, not have to worry about my investments out there. And for those, since anyone that knows me, that has known since 2017, I have been a very strong proponent of cryptocurrency. I've asked and implored every friend and family member I know, buy and accumulate cryptocurrency in some way, shape, or form, because that is the way goods and services are going to be transacted for the rest of our lives. Most people that don't understand it, I say, now I have an opportunity to share with you something that mitigates the risk. You can go into a registered crypto hedge fund here in the U.S. It mitigates the risk for you, and it's been averaging over 3% weekly since their inception. Now, it's not guaranteed they're going to average over 3% from today forward, but since I've been here, they're still averaging over 3%, and that's been since January of this year. The highest rate of return I've seen has been 4.1. The lowest rate of return was during a week where crypto took a 30+% dive, and we still made 0.65% profit as a group of individuals. That's a huge, huge win for me. I mean, our traders are actually trading. They know what they're doing, and they're making sure they mitigate risk. The owners of the company have put forth a standard that you can't, they don't take high-risk trades, they don't take super low-risk trades, they're right in the middle, and the traders need to meet those parameters or they find new traders. So for me, I'm happy being where we're at. I mean, like I said, over 3% earnings, return on investment every single week for the last 3 years. We are in year number 4 right now, and I don't see anything going any other way. So the highlights of our program, we have a live market trading platform. You don't have to have trading skills to be part of this. If you do have trading skills and you want to trade on your own, there is an opportunity here as well. There is a trading academy library. So those of you that don't have the skills but you would like to have them, if you fund your PAM account here with Novatech, you have access to that for free. It doesn't cost you $100, $200, $300 a month for crypto education. You get it for absolutely free with a funded PAM account. That's huge, huge, huge. There are no expiration dates in our company. You can trade as long as you want, cancel anytime, and there are no repurchase requirements. Nothing times out on you. You don't have to keep putting new money in, the whole 9 yards. You have access to your capital 24/7, 365 from day one. The only upfront caveat to that is in your first 14 days, if you need to pull out your trading account balance, you can do so without penalty. So, in other words, a 14-day unconditional money-back guarantee. From day 15 to day 90, there's a 15% early withdrawal penalty from your trading account. Not your bonus account, but your trading account. And that's because your money has already been put into trades, they need to close out of those, and they've already paid referral and indirect referral bonuses on those, so it kind of helps them recoup the cost on that. After day 90, so from day 91 to infinity, there are no early withdrawal penalties whatsoever. And again, during that time frame, you still have access to your capital. It's not locked up for, like some crazy things that other companies I've seen for 180 days or 360 or 600, or I heard a company over 3,000 days locking your funds up. To me, that is just nutty. It's my money. If I need it, I have to be able to have access to it, and you absolutely do 100% from day one at Novatech. There's no earning caps. We don't cut you off if you make a certain amount of money. You want to stay here and trade and make a half $1 billion, you can do that. There are no earnings caps. We have flexible trading packages available that are low monthly fees. Starting in month number 2, for any trading account under $25,000, you have a $25 per month monthly management fee. For those of you who have ever had money in a trading account with like the Charles Schwab or Raymond James or any of those entities, you know that $25 a month to manage your money is dirt cheap. Most of those places charge at least $100, $150, $200 a month. I know because I used to have one of those accounts when I had my lawn care business a few years back. So low monthly fee, $25 a month, starting in month 2. We do it in month 2, so you get to have a full month of compounding interest before you have to start paying your management fee. So we're not saying pay up front, we're saying pay later after we've helped you make money and proven that we can do that. We have weekly trading bonuses that are available. There is an optional referral program, and you can upgrade at any time. As I said, you can start your PAM account by funding your trading account with anything as low as $99, all the way up to as much as you want. Up to $24,999. There is a $25 monthly management fee, but you can get in where you fit in. It doesn't matter what you have to start with. My recommendation is just pick a number that makes the most sense for you and get started. I recommend personally, if you can, start with around $500. And the reason I say that is this. With that $25 monthly management fee at an average of 3% weekly, we want to make sure not only are you breaking even, but you're making a little bit of money right out of the gate. And that's going to allow you to do that. You know, if you can get yourself up to $1,000 level as quickly as possible, that's going to help ramp things up for you over time. But if you can't start there, start with the $99 bottom side starting point. Get in so you can start compounding this week. And then just add to that builder package as the weeks go on until you get yourself to the point where you're up over $500 and you can really truly realize the benefit of compound interest every single week. If you do decide to come in at a $25,000 and up level, just under $100,000, you're a VIP in this company. Now you can buy in that way, or you can work up to that amount. Doesn't matter how you get there. But then the $25 monthly management fee goes away. And not only that, but you also receive 1% extra on your own personal ROI monthly as a bonus for saying thank you for getting up to that VIP level. The next level up is $100,000 and up President's Club. Again, no monthly fee, and 2.5% on your weekly ROI every month is given back to you in the form of a bonus. Plus, you get a $1,000 bonus in the gift where you can either roll that to your trading account or you can pull it out to your bank and you can use that yourselves. Folks, that's as simple as this is. For those of you that are looking to accelerate your retirement program and plan for yourself and your family, you're looking for a way possibly to get into the cryptocurrency market, but you're not really sure quite how to do it, this is the time, the moment, and the place that you have the opportunity to do that for yourself and your family. If that's all you're looking to do, then that's fantastic. You want to make sure you get back with Frank and get the link, get yourself set up, so you have your own personal account and you're off to the races. For those of you who are also looking to share this with others, there is an opportunity to do that as well. There are 7 ways we get paid through the referral network here at Novatech, and I'll go through those here briefly now. First way is a direct referral bonus. You're going to earn a direct referral bonus based on the package that somebody joins the company with. And that starts off at a low of $10 for the builder package, all the way up to a $5,000 bonus paid at the president level. You get paid the difference as your personals go up through those packages, all the way up to that $5,000. Direct referral bonus is always looked at for me as the best way to get started up front money for yourself as you're building and starting to share with others. It's an easy way to look at this as far as, you know, I've got a few folks who want to get started. They come in, I'm going to make a little bit of money for that. Maybe I can boost up my own trading account with that myself. The indirect referral program, you're going to earn a little bit of money from every single person in your organization that comes in down 7 levels. So not the people you personally sponsor, but the people they sponsor and they sponsor and they sponsor. You're going to earn money in the indirect referral bonus program for that. The fast track bonus program is something I talk to everybody about in your first 45 days. If you simply start sharing, compounding, sharing, and caring, you're going to personally sponsor 3 people at the bronze level in your first 45 days. You're going to earn a $50 direct referral bonus for each of those, plus an extra $100 fast track bonus. If you also sponsor 3 silver members in your first 45 days, which is $2,500 up to $4,999, you're going to get a $125 direct referral bonus each, $375 total, plus an extra $500 fast track bonus. If you did both of those activities in your first 45 days, it's an extra $1,125 in your pocket. That's a big, big deal for going out and sharing what you were going to do anyway. The next level we get paid is called check matching. This is a lifetime bonus. And I know I'm going over this stuff kind of quick, but I just want you to understand what is available here. If you need to do a private call after with Frank or Larry or myself, then I'm happy to do that. I know they are as well if you need to go more in depth. But check matching is where that next level of income comes from. Because as you're building and growing your team and sharing with others, every time they earn a weekly ROI on Fridays, you get a check match for that. So you sponsor Joe directly. Joe goes out there and makes $100 this week. You have a 5% check match on your front line. That means you just made $5. Joe goes out and sponsors Sally. Sally makes $100 in her ROI. Joe gets 5, you get 2. And it goes 1% for 3 levels after that, 0.5% for the next 2 levels, and 0.25% for the last 2 levels. That's a lot of money as you continue to go and grow an organization. Again, not going to go into tremendous depth here. We can reach out and have that conversation later. There's also a residual income component based on the $25 monthly management fee. Yeah, it's paid the same percentages, 5% on level 1 all the way down to 0.25% on level 9. Rank achievement bonuses. This is the first bonus that you need to rank advance on. The previous 5 ways that we get paid here at Novatech, you could literally build one team in a straight line, straight down, and get paid every single one of those ways we get paid. These last 2, which is the rank achievement bonus and then profit sharing pool, these are rank requirements. You must build 3 teams in order to achieve these bonuses. And they start on the rank achievement bonus as low as $100 up to $100,000 at the top level in our compensation plan. I alluded to profit sharing. The company does have a profit sharing plan. 10% of companies' quarterly net profits go into a profit sharing pool, and they are split up. 2% go to senior executives, 3% go to the directors, and 5% go to the ambassadors pool. That is a leadership pool, in my opinion. That is for folks that are going out there and helping a lot of people win by accelerating their retirement. And the last thing I'm going to mention is that this is instant cash. So unlike some other companies out there, if you earn a bonus, you have to wait until either the end of the month, or a lot of companies you don't get it until the 15th of the following month. Novatech is different. You earn it this week, you are paid this week. You earn a bonus on a Friday, you get paid Saturday. If you earn a bonus on a Monday, you get paid Saturday. You earn the bonus on a Wednesday, guess what? You get paid Saturday. And I don't know about you, but as you're building and growing a team, as you're sharing with others, it is incredibly important that you are compensated for what you're doing. And Novatech understands that, and they make sure they take people on the front side and not the back side. And that's a big, big difference. Folks, I appreciate your time tonight. I always leave people with one of my favorite Benjamin Franklin quotes. That is, in a time of decision, the best thing you can do for yourself is make the right decision. The second best thing you can do for yourself is make the wrong decision. But the worst thing you can do for yourself is make no decision at all. So I'll get back to Frank, Larry, or whoever invited you to this call. Let them know that you are ready to start your PAM account with Novatech, and let me be the first to welcome you. With that, Larry, I'll kick it back to you. If anybody has any questions, thoughts, comments, I'm happy to stay on as long as we need and answer questions.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Scott. Scott got me in. I guess I really started moving in February. But I thought it very interesting. And what's kind of amazing is like 50% of the people will just have the account to grow. And the other 50% will be like, well, I want to, tell Joe and Sally. But what happens is a lot of the people that were just going to do the PAM account and that's it, well, they've changed their mind because they're seeing what it's doing. And it's like, well, I really want to get involved with this. And like we say, we are not investment advisors. I mean, you could bet in the stock market this year. It has 10,000 in January. You probably have 5 now. So everything has a chance for up and down. You're going to get. I tell everybody always to do their own due diligence. Scott and I did our own due diligence, and I know that with Novatech also has Bitcoin machines in Florida, and they got registered with FinCEN, which I'm registered with FinCEN. And to get that registration, it's not easy. I mean, they're going to know everything about you. And trust me, I know because I've been with them for 12 years and been audited 3 times and had 4 meetings with them. So they don't play around. If you're doing something unscrupulous, they are going to put a flag to it.
Yeah.
or if you have done anything that has not been explained or a problem that can't be justified, they are going to come down on them. But I tell you, we really enjoyed it. I got Frank involved. I was beating on the table for Frank for a while. I said, I don't want people to put all their money in there. I want people just to what they're comfortable with. And Scott and I did about the same thing. Well, I'm probably a little bit more, but I'm starting to pull out my original money right now. Within a month, I'll have all my original capital out of Novatech, and the rest of it's just, I'm just going to let it roll. I'm 60. I want to turn out the lights about 65, 67, and enjoy life and take the kids places and do things. But it's a good program. The CEO and her husband are out there. They talk to people. They're involved. Cynthia Pettion and Eddie Pettion. And the CTO, technological officer, he is on it. He knows what's going on in this crypto market. He gets on some calls. I honestly, like I told Frank, I said, it's been an enjoyable experience. Is it guaranteed? Nothing's guaranteed. Nothing. I know platforms of the past, and if you got a platform like this that's going into its fourth year, you got something that I feel, my personal opinion, is doing the right thing out here. And they're also looking into, down in the future, getting into crypto mining fund. So I know Scott and I and Bob are looking forward to, getting involved with that one. And the support out here is unbelievable. I mean, all of you that have gotten information from me, I've been putting that information out there and trying to get on the phones as much as I can. It's gone very smooth. All I ask is that, if I send you information, just please read it. It's very important information, especially the one called the GSR. It's getting started right. And that document is like a little Bible. It takes you step by step through everything. And Bob and I know Scott, you too, worked on that thing diligently. And it's really a useful tool. And I found it very useful too. And the affiliate program, if anybody's interested in that, I sent an email out that shows every step, everything Scott was talking about, how it's, it goes out. And just a great experience. I'm glad to be here with you all. And Frank will give you my phone number and everything and put it on there. Working on getting the banner here in the next month or so, but that's another thing. We have to go through Cynthia to make sure everything's right, because she does not want to be out there putting something out that's like, I would call enticing to, I think what I mean is it's not very fruitful for people to read. I mean, you just want to be truthful and don't give any past, guarantees that anything's going to happen. But I'm happy with it. I've been averaging 3% a week, and I'm happy with it. The power of compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. And when I said, hello?
Yeah, it was somebody in the background there. Larry, we have a couple of questions.
Open up any questions that you can want to shoot out, and maybe Scott will get going answering on it. If I know anything, I will. I don't know as much as he does yet. But
yes, sir. I put your number up here, Larry. Once again, if you want to talk to Larry about this is his number. Write this down, okay? And for those of you, I talk to handicapped people that are blind or whatever. So here's the phone number: 571 477 0881. So if you want to call Larry and talk to him about Novatech, 571-477-0881. You all know my phone number. You can call me. My phone number is 419. Say again?
I'll say you can put my email up there too. Most of them probably have it. Larry@KimlarHoldings.com.
Okay. His email is, go ahead and put that up, Chink, and then I'll be able to read it off. And like I was saying, my phone number is 419-283-2552. 419-283-2552. And if you want to email Larry, then you do it at Larry@KimlarHoldings.com. Now, Kimlar is spelled Kym. KYMLAR, and then Holdings, HOLDINGS.com. And the only thing I ask is if you call Larry, tell him that you're with us. Oh, I got to fly right in front of my face here. Tell Larry that that you're with us. Sign you up underneath us, and he'll answer any of your questions. Let's start with one for Scott. Scott, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir, for coming tonight. Thank you for spending your time and teaching us and educating us about this. I also thank you for the ability to have people call you directly. If you should call Scott family, please also just tell him that you're with us and he'll sign you up underneath me. The question that we see here, Scott, is from TMB. He's asking, can it be set up similar to a current 401k? I'm thinking future vision for enrollment, and I want to know if that is possible.
That's not possible because this is crypto and it's deregulated. You can set this up as a fund on your own, but it's not part of the 401k. You cannot roll your IRA over into this. You'd have to cash it out first, and then put your funds into it. So that is completely a separate deal.
Gotcha. I've had some people that called me and they said, "Well, Frank, I only had 48 hours." Can you define that for people so they don't make that mistake? Once they enroll, they have 48 hours to deposit some money in their account. Is that correct?
That is correct. So what I tell most folks is some of the fastest ways to get started. And I had a gentleman the other day who wanted to put in $10,000, and Coinbase wasn't going to let him do it that fast. So I asked him if he had a Cash App account. Because Cash App you can set up pretty quickly, tie it to your bank, verify your identity. You can get about $100 into there so that your account is funded and stays active while you're waiting on the larger amount to become available in, say, a Coinbase or a Crypto.com or an Exodus wallet, whatever you have. For me, that's the easiest and fastest way. But it is absolutely a 48-hour window from the time that you sign up and start and create your account to when you have to fund your account, or it will get deleted in the system. Now, that sounds terrible. You're getting deleted out of the system if you're not funded in 48 hours. It really is not as bad as you think. What it does is it makes people take action instead of procrastinating, right? And then the other side of it is this: if something were to happen and your account did get deleted, you can simply just rejoin. The only difference is you have to use a different email and a different username, but you can still rejoin with the same name and same social security number. So I tell you, don't sweat it. If something happens, it happens. That's part of life. But if you can get yourself funded and verified on a crypto platform before you create your account, that definitely helps the situation. But if you're like me and you're excited, if you don't want to wait for 2-3 days, then get yourself signed up, get yourself $100 from Cash App, get it in the system so you're live while you're working on the rest of the funds. I hope that helps.
Thank you, Scott. This next question is from Cheryl Hall. I don't necessarily agree with what she's saying, but she is asking a question to you, and let's see how you answer it. The question from Cheryl Hall is, how will Novatech be able to continue to trade and invest when all markets will crash and zero out for a period of time, which we know this is getting ready to happen when the QFS system takes over? Do you wish to answer that question, sir?
Yeah, so this is the beauty of what Novatech is and what they do. And they make no bones about this. They will tell you point blank, there may be some weeks that they do not trade because the volatility is too high. The risk is too high. So they just don't engage in trading activity that week. So you'll see some weeks we have low trading activity, some weeks we have high trading activity, and so on and so forth. So once this does come to the point where it's where it's going to happen and where it's inevitable, they just don't trade during that time frame. Our assets are still protected. Everything for the crypto side of things is in cold storage, so it's not on an open exchange and able to be accessed. So to me, we're in the best position as far as risk is concerned when that time comes.
Copy. I understand. This company has been around going on 4 years now, and I understand that they have a FINCEN number with the United States Treasury, and Larry was talking about that earlier. I find that very significant. I find that
Yeah, so
Go ahead, talk about it.
yeah, so the biggest thing with the FinCEN number, and I'll let Larry chime in on this because it's one of those things that's very aggressive. It's a financial crimes enforcement network, and the government, when you apply for this license, they go through every single aspect of your life. It's not just the business that you're requesting the license for; it's every single thing that you're doing and every single thing you have done going back at least 10 years. And if you've done anything illicit or are doing anything illicit outside of the company that you're requesting that license for, you do not get the license. So you have to be squeaky clean. You have to be above board 100% in order to be issued that FinCEN license. So that was one of the big things for me that got me fired up about this company is because I knew if their SmartBit ATM business had a FinCEN license, I mean, that's it. It's all over. So, Larry, I don't know if you want to add anything to that or not.
Yeah. I mean, so as soon as you told me that, I said, they got what? In this world? I said, I was in after I did some more studying and looked over. Plus, they're in the Forex, too. Did you bring that up, Scott?
No.
They're dealing with currency? Yeah. They're not only in just the crypto market. They're doing currency exchanges, too. So, it's a big outfit. I mean, if the crypto's not doing that good, they're in the Forex. And also in crypto, a lot of people, it's kind of like the stock market when you think about it. They make money off things called pairings, and maybe Scott could give some other examples. But Bitcoin could be going down, but they could make money off pairings with other cryptos, and while it's going down, they can make money. So a lot of people don't know that. And I did a little bit of that, but it's interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah, so in the Forex markets, you do things based on pairs, right? So for us in crypto, our traders go and they place longs and shorts, or quote unquote buys or sells on Bitcoin versus USD, or Litecoin versus Bitcoin, or Ethereum versus USD or Bitcoin, or USDT versus Bitcoin. So they place those trades into the open market based on their research and reading the charts and the graphs and so on and so forth, which is the same exact way to do it in the Forex market if you're outside of North America. So there's a lot of opportunities that they take with this, and they're very serious about it. And I truly believe that we are in the right place with the right group.
I believe we are too.
Yes, sir.
Anybody with under that protection or under that guardianship, they keep a close eye on you. And I also like the fact that Larry mentioned that if you had any shenanigan background, they're not even going to let you get involved in something like this. Here's another question, gentlemen. How come not all the states qualify for this? Like for example, we have Karen Nelson says, I live in Texas. What do I have to do?
Yeah, so there are 5 states: Texas, South Carolina, Montana, Alaska, and Hawaii. And we don't do business in those states as a company because those states treat cryptocurrency like Forex trading. And crypto doesn't fall into the Forex arena, but those 5 states lump it into that arena, so we just don't do business in those states. Could we? Sure. It would take an extra layer of licensing and requirements and all that stuff, but honestly, they don't need to do it, so they're not doing it at this point. Once the SEC, if they do get to the point where they require the same level of reporting in crypto that they do in Forex, then Novatech's going to do what they need to do to make that work cross-platform. Because every jurisdiction that they are in and operating in, they are licensed and registered to the extent that they need to be for their business. For the folks that are in those 5 states, there are several people that are in those states that are doing business with Novatech, but they are registered in another state. So if you have an address in another state, then that you can prove, then you can join with that address. And then for the folks that don't, that still want to take part in this platform, which we have several, we just are sharing with folks, create an LLC or a corporation in another state. Wyoming seems to be a pretty inexpensive state to get yourself incorporated in. It'll cost you probably $200 to $300 to get that set up, and you'll have an address and the whole 9 yards. Then you'll be able to join Novatech and fund and take advantage of the program as well. So,
All righty. Let me see if there's any other questions. Can you post the list of states? Yeah, he just did. Can you repeat them one more time for Cody?
Yes, sir. It is Texas, South Carolina, Montana, Alaska, and Hawaii.
All righty. Family, I'm going to put out one more time. If you have any questions, this is the time to ask these gentlemen. And I tell you what, I'm not going to put out Scott's phone number. If you call me and I know that you want, very, very acute, very specific questions, yeah, I'll give you Scott's phone number. But if you're trying to sign up, Larry and myself, we can take good care of you, okay? I'm looking one more time.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Kendall, Pastor Kendall. He's saying, is it legal to use a VPN to join? Oh, is it illegal? Is it illegal to use a VPN to join?
It's not illegal to use a VPN to join, but when you do, you have to provide a valid address, because when it comes time to withdraw your funds, they're going to go through a KYC, so you have to prove your identity to them. And if you share, one of the restricted states as far as a driver's license or utility bill, then they'll just shut your account down and send your money back. So if you do join with a VPN, yes, you can do that. Just make sure you have a verifiable address that your name is attached to for that process.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir. Here's another question. Can you have a P.O. box in another state?
You absolutely can. But so this is what I would recommend. Is, if you're in one of the 5 restricted states, there's 2 options in my world. Option 1, set up a Wyoming corporation, because then you got all the legal T's and I's crossed and dotted. If you set up a P.O. box, like a mailbox, etc., one of those places that give you a suite in a state that gives you a physical address, you can do that. If you do that, you have to prove, when it comes time to verify your identity, that that's your address. So I recommend just changing your cell phone bill to that address. It doesn't matter if you do. Most people do stuff online. They don't need the physical bill in the mail. But if it goes to that address, then you at least have that address that you can verify. And then when it comes time to do KYC and verify with picture ID, just use your passport, not your driver's license.
Gotcha. Dr. Berner says, can we sign up in Canada? I'm in Canada.
Yes, 100%.
So is this open, Scott?
A lot of people in Canada.
Yes, I've noticed. We have a lot of friends in Australia. Is it open pretty much around the world?
It is open around the world. I actually have a team growing in Australia. I have a team growing in Canada. Our upline, the largest part of her team, because she lives in Toronto, is from Canada.
Wow.
We are in most countries. There's very few countries we are not in. So really, it's the world is our oyster.
I can't see what it is. When our money isn't being traded, is it in crypto or is it in U.S. dollars?
So everything when we fund our PAM account is converted into USD. So it's not staying in crypto for valuation, which means we don't see the fluctuation in our PAM account that we would if we held it in, say, a Coinbase wallet. Once our crypto is sent into fund, it goes into cold storage. It's not on an exchange. And then they use the value of that cold storage to fund and trade on the open market.
This person, I just want to read and make sure it's okay. It says, I'll use my sibling as a co-owner. They live in Connecticut. Is that legal?
Yeah, so this is what I would do, because I'm all about how do I grow my business faster. Use your sister's address for your own, change your cell phone address to that address, and then sign your sister up too.
Yeah. One last question, gentlemen. Larry said that I have to open a certain account, and that's the LLC. I need help with this, and that's from Vincenza Granville. Well, Vincenza, it's not a question, but it's a statement, and you get a hold of us tomorrow. I'll hook you up with Larry or with Scott, and they'll teach you what to do. Family, please keep in mind that we're not wealth financial advisors. You know what I'm saying? We're not management advisors. We're presenting this program to you because we fell in love with it, and it is extremely successful. You do your due diligence and vet this. Ask questions. Go around. Look everywhere. It took me 3 months before I told Larry, yeah, because it took me that long to realize the value of what I was seeing. You see, I've dealt with other programs in the past that burned me, but I don't see that here. And I keep looking for faults, but I'm not seeing them. And I love the fact that they're protected by the FIN number from the United States Treasury. That was the seller for me. For those of you that are involved in business and trading or whatever, or in stock markets, you know the value of that. You know how well protected this is. Well, oh, wait a minute. Can you put someone like your children as POD, payable on death?
So the way this works is it's not willable as far as that goes, but it follows the rules and guidelines of an estate. So when somebody passes away, if it's in their will, which I encourage everyone to add this account to their will, then it goes to the person that it was willed to. Upon submission of a death certificate, it's transferred over immediately.
I'll tell you what, I know I said that was the last one, but there's a couple more. Are the trades and accounting audible?
Audited.
Oh, audited, yeah. I said audible. Are they audited?
Yeah, because it's cryptocurrency, they're not, because they're not required to do that level of reporting. If they were a Forex broker here in the U.S. and had to follow those rules, they would have a MyFX book that would be auditable, but because it's deregulated, it's cryptocurrency, they stay off the radar that way, so no, they are not auditable.
Interesting, but if you, when you take your money out, that is a capital gains that that you have to pay taxes on, correct?
So I always encourage people to consult their financial advisor or accountant on that, because some of the accountants that actually are in my team that have large funds here with us, they have differing opinions on it. I have one guy that says you treat this as income, and I have another guy that says you treat this as a capital gains. And both of them always err on the gray side of things, and they encourage people to get like a ledger or a Trezor, and when you withdraw money, you don't need to pay bills. You put it on one of those devices, because until you put it on an exchange, nobody knows that you have this fund, and there's no taxable event per se. Once you put it onto an exchange and convert it from crypto into fiat to put it into your bank, that creates the taxable event.
There you go.
Again, one other thing there too. One other thing that creates a taxable event there. Say you had $10,000 worth of Bitcoin sent to you from Novatech that you took out. Now, if that sits there in Bitcoin, it's just sitting there. It's not, you're not doing any tax. But if you were to go in and, of course, cash it out, you got a tax event. If you bought another crypto like Litecoin or anything like that, or trade it out, you can swap. Then you're most likely running into a capital gain event on that.
Gotcha.
So, and I know it's not rocket science. It's too 37. I think it's 37% is the max on short-term capital gains. Anything held less than a year.
Well,
it's like it's different, varies on a long term depending on what your income is and all that.
Well, here at KTFA, we encourage you. We encourage you to pay your taxes.
Yes.
That's what God tells us to do. That's what we shall do. And we
That's
can
right.
only help you with so much information on that subject, okay? Find out from your tax people, from a CPA, someone that can answer these types of questions, a financial wealth advisor. Well, Scott.
Yes, sir.
Well, Scott and Larry, I can't thank you enough. It was a very informative call. How about if we take a couple of weeks off and maybe the first week of next month we do another one of these, huh?
Absolutely.
Sounds like a winner.
Yeah, that's good. And Scott, I'll get your phone number and I'll talk to you and make sure that I have your permission to give your phone number out when I feel that it's, prudent to help someone, okay?
Yes, please.
Larry.
Yeah, because Scott's a couple steps ahead of me on knowing some of this
Yeah.
stuff, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, and that's why I said that, Larry. No disrespect to you. You're my right hand man. You're helping.
I know.
You're helping
Oh,
me 99.9%, and now we'll see if Scott can help us as well too. I can't think of anything else, gentlemen. Any final words you want to say?
I mean, the last thing that I have to add is that, you guys are in a great position right now. You know that you're being presented with something that can and will truly change your life if you allow it to. And I only encourage you to make that decision for yourselves and your family. So, Frank, I thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Larry?
Yeah, no, that's about it. We summed it all up pretty good. And, they can reach out to me. You know how last week went, Frank.
Oh, I know. I felt bad for you. You got so swamped. You were mad at me.
No, it's not that. But I got Kim's on vacation this week, so
yeah,
I'll be fine.
Well, here, guys, ready? Here, 571-477-0881. Call him.
I'll get back to you. Don't worry. Everybody on the call knows that.
And make sure you tell Scott and Larry you're with us so they can sign you up properly. Thank you, gentlemen. God bless you both, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, and we'll do this again, okay?
All right. Have a great evening.
All right.
God bless, Frank.
Thank you. God bless you all.
Bye-bye.
Well, family, now I want to also, first of all, take the time to say thank you to Pooh, P-U-H. Is that how you say it, or Paul? Paul, maybe Paul. L-A-B-O-E, Lambeau, maybe. Thank you, sir, or ma'am. I'm so sorry, I don't know what it is, but thank you for your financial donations. Thank you for you to go out of your way to push those buttons for us. Means a lot. I want to thank Ray Richardson for his financial donation. T-Ball, thank you, T-Ball. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Military vet. I look forward to meeting you one day, military vet. You've been with me from the very beginning. Kim Maria. Thank you kindly. All of you that have donated to us in a financial donation. You can find it at the bottom of chat. You'll see the little tabs that you can click on. Now, for those of you that are just now coming in, you're going to have to rewind. Yeah, I came on 15 minutes early, and I shared with those that were with me the first part of our intel for tonight. It was powerful, wasn't it? Now, you've got to make sure that you go and read what I showed you. All right? You know I told you where to find it. Go read it. This is from the CBI. They themselves have told the world, not just the citizens of Iraq, although it is part of their monetary education. They told the world what we talked about earlier. So make sure you understand. And I mean, it's huge. What did Walking Stick call the first 15 minutes? Walking Stick says, Frank, this article is golden. I almost wore my yellow suit, but no, this information is new, therefore we put it under white or red. Now, let me get this over with. So you now know, if you need, everything I'm about to say is in my opinion. The study of the Iraqi dinar is strictly all in my opinion, okay? It is. Don't look at me that way. It's just in my opinion. Now, what we're going to do is read to you. Let me see, what time is it? 7:48. I'll be done before 8 o'clock. We'll be long gone before 8 o'clock because I want to read this to you, short and sweet. Edward Romo, Pastor Eddie, hey, from Hawaii. Hang loose, brah. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution, your donation. Thank you, my brother. Now, what we're going to do is, Tinkerbell, I'm sorry. Can you help me with my glasses? Yeah, this chemotherapy, by the way, I go Friday for number 7. Number 7. Wow. And then I go the following week for number 8. Number 8. And then, God willing, I think I'll be done and I'll enter the immunotherapy program. Yay! Wow, there's a lot of fingerprints on this It's okay. It's okay. They're mine. They're mine. I recognize them. Short and sweet, kind of like a Muhammad Ali uppercut. For those of you that were with us on our UB2B on Monday, you heard the information that we gave. It was new, it was powerful, and it was motivating. Now, don't forget, between tomorrow, Thursday, and Sunday, we would like to see what the results are going to be with the government of Iraq. We already know what's going on with Maliki. If I have some time, I may read to you Eddie's report. Now, here we go. Frank, this is part 2 of a 3-part report. The first part you got on Monday's UB2B. Part 2, in my opinion, the CBI. Oh, wait a minute. I got to stop and say hey to Lynn. What's up, Lynn? Lynn Cridler. I don't understand English very well. It's hard for me to pronounce the word. Thank you, Lynn, for your contribution. God bless you. Thank you so much. Timothy, I see you're asking the same question again, and you notice that I didn't ask it because someone else had asked it. But you're asking the question, are the 3% earnings taxable if you don't pull out the funds? Well, if you don't pull out the funds, that's not a taxable environment. That's not a taxable event, right? Yeah. In fact, I'm thinking of taking out my profits in January of next year. Anyways, Frank, this is I already told you, this is part 2 of a 3-part report. You got the first part on Monday's UB2B, and he says, Frank, the CBI is doing a tour. The CBI is doing a tour to neighboring, bordering central banks around the world, to many different countries, with proof sheets. Now that there be PROFF. If you remember, thank you, Mike Fuller. Thank you, Angie Harwood. Thank you. Family, look at your notes from Monday. I talked to you and I said the word to you, proof. Let me help you. Do you remember when I said to you, hey, if we had an algebraic formula, A plus B equals X equals Y, or plus Y, and then we ran a proof over the algebraic formula to prove that both sides are equal, well, then that's great. We have the proof. Family, listen once again. The CBI is doing a tour to neighboring and bordering central banks around the world, to many countries, with proof sheets of the new small category notes to be soon released. This may be done behind closed doors as far as we know, or at the time when the exchange rate and the new small category notes are released. This information will be in print. We just are not knowing exactly when. Look between Thursday and Saturday for a government to be seated so that we can learn more about this information that we're giving you today. The details we hope to have by next Monday's UB2B. Also, yesterday, go back into our forum and look at the articles that we highlighted about the WTO. Family, that's huge. I'm a little disappointed that my own KTFA forum really didn't talk too much about it. M&M and Petra did. What's that other gentleman's name that's talking with them? T-Von. T-Von, I think that's your name. I've noticed you, sir. I've noticed you. You have a desire to help. You're astute. You know what you're saying. And you're communicating with M&M and Petra. I can only encourage that. I encouraged it to the point where I put M&M and Petra's report in our archives in premium. I put your report with them in premium as well, too, in our archives. I want to thank you, sir, for what you're doing. The WTO family, Iraq has committed everything to the WTO. The article that you'll read yesterday may seem to be a little bit outdated, but it's not. in the GOI, Kazemi has made sure that no profiteering of Maliki's crooks would occur. When you saw the article from the WTO yesterday, that tells us as a team that we study, this is monstrous. What was it that I talked to you in the first 15 minutes? What was it? What was part one of the intel that I shared with you? And then when you see what the WTO is doing, well, of course, the money. Where are the money exchangers? At the border. What we were talking about earlier. Remember? Well, of course. Where does the WTO want, security and stability the most? At the central bank and at the borders where the money exchanges are at. Most of them are owned by Iranian politicians. For that matter, mostly all of the media, television, and newspaper is owned by Iranian politicians. That too shall pass. In my opinion, it's possible that you listening? Do I have your attention? I'd like to get your attention. This is good. In our opinion, Walking Stick and I, we would like to present to you that the 9 tenders and actually many, Mike, that's your name? Mike? Really? Your parents couldn't afford a first name? Or maybe that's his middle name. My name is Francisco Villa. My parents couldn't afford a middle name. They were too poor. It is possible, in our opinion, Walking Stick and I, that the 9 tenders, are you listening? Do I have your attention? That the 9 tenders and many more that they have done since that we talked about on our Monday UB2B actually were written through the WTO. Woo! Yeah, because look, think about it. They're part of the WTO. We know that already. The article pretty well confirms it. And I'm telling you, in my opinion, they're part of the WTO. Why do you think that they did what they did with that article that I gave you when we first started our UB2B today? Huh? You see how it all pieces together very nicely? And it's because of Kazemi and the CBI, what they're doing. So, family, it is possible that the 9 tenders and many more that they have done that we talked about on Monday's UB2B actually was written through the WTO in, hold on to something, IQDs. Well, se acabó todo. That's the end of it. Okay. Think about these things. Think about what we said to you on Monday. What else was written in IQDs? These contracts. Well, yeah. What does that mean? Well, it means that there's no restriction on their currency in order to do what you are reading. And the WTO knows this. They know it. They've seen things. Why do you think, okay, you can be a member now? No restrictions on your currency. Out of Article 8. There's your currency is convertible international. When are you going to tell the rest of the world? We are on a grand tour. The CBI is doing a tour to neighboring and bordering central banks around the world in many countries with proof sheets of the new small category notes that are soon to be released. Yeah, so what this means is that they are ready. There's no restrictions on their currency. The currency is convertible international, and more than anything else, the WTO knows this. They know this. So does the international world. KTFA family, in our opinion, Walking Stick and us, the WTO obviously knows when the CBI will give the GOI the new exchange rate. Why do I say that? Why do Walking Stick and I say this as our opinion? Why? Because as a member of the WTO, their currency must be convertible with no restrictions, and this is the law of the WTO, and you are seeing it displayed right before your eyes, especially in the first 15 minutes of this UB2B when I shared that intel. Therefore, the conclusion, in my opinion, the new exchange rate, like I said on Monday's UB2B, is being used, soon to be released and used inside of Iraq by the citizens of Iraq and outside of Iraq beyond their borders. Thank you kindly for being with us tonight. This Novatech that we talked about tonight has great potential. I've not seen ROIs. I don't know. It's like an overgrown savings account. Check it out, study it, and then take it to God in prayer and see if it's for you. Start out slowly. Let it return your money. Then anything after that is just pure profit, isn't it? I thank you kindly for being with us tonight, and I pray that what I've shared with you tonight made you happy. Y'all take care of each other. Pray constantly. Constantly. I love you, and I'll see you again on our Monday UB2B. I think that Friday, whatever they're going to hit me with, oh yeah, I get two chemos on Friday. But I'll be strong for you on Monday, okay? Y'all take care of each other. God bless you. Aloha. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
More? Can I go? I can go, right?
You can go.
I can go get my cookie, right?
Oh no, you can go though.
I can go.
Bye.
Just say cookie.
No.
Just say it. Make my day.
It
Say cookie. Peas? Peas?
cookie.